Peace. This is a Meat and Potato Social Production starring myself, the Warrior Alchemist, and I have a special treat for you today. I'm going to be doing a tarot reading especially for you. So the deck I'm going to be using is the Mata Bharaba deck by Gita Raj. So I'm going to give you some of that Lord Ganesha energy doing that. So with that, I'm going to do past, present, future. So I want you to do as I always request. I want you to meditate. We're going to take a few minutes, and this is symbolizing your past. You ready? I know I am. So, what's the first card? Balance. Now, balance was very important for you in the past because you've had to learn to juggle that, either being in a relationship or a job. You have to have balance because you're trying to do good at your job, but you also don't want to make the person that you were with feel ignored. You can't do that because if you do that, they're going to start looking elsewhere because cheating begins in the mind. Or let's just say it's going to school. You're going to school and you've just started and you may be 38, 40, etc. You're going back to school, but you have children. So you still have to be a mother because that's a career within itself. So you've had to learn to be an expert juggler, and that can take a toll on anybody. Now, this is the present energy that we're working with at this time. Now we're going to concentrate. What are we working with here? I'm excited. Oh, that's Arjuna, the archer from the book, the Bhagavad Gita. So basically what this card is, your confidence is or should be sky high. It's nothing that you can't do. All you have to do is use the gifts that the universe is giving to you at this time, because it's nothing that you can't do. If you want to network, do it. If you want to start an online business, do it. The only thing that can stop you is you. So don't procrastinate. Don't be best friends with procrastination, because right now, this is a time where your confidence should be sky high, because everything you need is inside you. It's nothing that you can't do, because this may be a time now that you're feeling you're more, vigor. You have more vigor. You won't have more energy. It's nothing that you can't do. Or you've gotten rid of toxic people or a bad relationship, and now, boom. Now everything that they took, now you done got that back. So now go out there and take what is yours, because the energy is saying right now you're up to snuff psychologically, mentally, and physically, and definitely spiritual, to do the things that you need to do. Last card. Now this is dealing with your future. Ego. All right, let's get into it. Now, your present is dealing with, as I said, you have a sense of invincibility, and that's fine. Now, what your future is warning you about is that sometimes we're feeling invincible. Our ego can rear its head at the most inopportune times. So in other words, you get involved in things that have nothing to do with you, like getting involved in situations with your friends. It's sometimes being a good friend is telling them, I can't get involved in this. Or even with your siblings. That's not none of my business. And they may be like, well, why are you doing it? Because you're an adult and you'll figure it out. So you don't want people viewing you as arrogant or self-centered or bossy. You don't want that, because now you just earned yourself a new enemy. And it's one thing when you have enemies that you haven't done anything to, or you never slighted them. It's another when you earn those enemies. So we don't want to come from a place of ego, because sometimes when you're doing good, this is what can happen. You can become complacent. Then you don't see the wolves circling. Then the other thing that can happen is people will get you involved in their situations that has nothing to do with you. Or even when it comes to you're working with coworkers. why they get this title, why this, why that. And you may have really worked hard and earned that title. But one thing about it, if you become a boss or a supervisor, it's one thing to do that and you've earned it, but you also have to learn to manage personalities and egos. You may be able to treat one person one way where they may need a foot up there behind, but sometimes a person, they may not have your confidence, and they may just need a hug or someone to talk to. Like, let me talk to you. And then you may have to instill that confidence in them. So don't come from a position of ego. Remember, when you deal with the tarot, there's always going to be, where you have the star or the world, etc., you're going to also have the tower. So keep that in mind. Don't come from a place of ego. Past, again, let's recap. Balance. Present energy, feeling invincible. It's nothing you can't do. Got that Tony Stark's thing going. Lastly, ego. Learn to reel it in before it reels you in. So with that, that is your meat and potato sorcery for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friends. Peace.